That was signed for this particular parcel of land is collectively referred to as the Williams Treaties of 1923 and applies to lands east of Woodbine Avenue. I would also like to recognize the enduring presence of Aboriginal peoples on this land.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Roy, and to our youth council. We have over 35 students who meet on a regular basis and talk about political issues and are engaged in the political process, so thank you to those who joined us tonight. And actually, this was putting this event tonight together, we were certainly helped by the youth council, and they've got questions for the panel as well. In terms of getting this going, I first want to say we've held a number of town hall events that were born out of a particular issue of the day, whether it was assisted dying, whether it was drug policy dealing with cannabis legalization, whether it was electoral reform, where there was a committee study going on. This issue came as a result of public feedback from constituents that there have been issues in the community, whether it's most recently we've had graffiti at the Lulu Lifeguard Station, we have had an enduring problem with a local newspaper that people are likely familiar with. And while we have had success in terms of stopping the delivery through Canada Post, there have been continued difficulties in terms of preventing that kind of speech to be circulated into mailboxes where through private delivery where people do not want to receive it. And we're going to hear from someone in our community who has done a lot of work to fight that. I'm not going to speak long. I'm going to be more asking questions, but I did want to note and give some context. So,
stand away from the mic.
Any identity in your gender, and it's okay to practice any religion in Canada because that is the Canada that I call my home. That is the Canada that we collectively built over the number of years, over 150 years, and then some, where our Indigenous communities came together to build this beautiful country that is our home. I came to Canada when I was, 12 years old. I moved here from England. And when I came to Canada, it, to this day, surprises me, it humbles me, that how can we, as such diverse groups of people, how can we practice different religions, hold different ideologies and different identities? How can we look different and yet, at the end of the day, still can be one of the most peaceful nations in the world? How is that possible? And something that I have discovered over these past number of years in my role as a member of parliament, in my role as a lawyer for municipal government at some point in my life, in my role as a student activist, trying to bring people together, bring communities together, what I have learned is that it's not easy. It's really not easy. What it requires to establish and to continue to build upon the beautiful harmony that is Canada is a strong partnership between our federal government, our municipal governments, our provincial governments, civil society, grassroots organizations, and individuals like yourselves here in this room. It takes that partnership for us to come together, keep those conversations going, and to really encourage one another and build upon our strengths together as a community, a Canadian community, a collective community that can be a mosaic, that can use our differences, our diversity to be our strength.